How to quickly get out of a tough situation. No matter what your job is, business, family finances, sports, hobbies, at some point, you will feel tired, stuck in a routine. A routine simply means feeling stuck in the status quo, that progress has stopped, or that you can't find a way out. The problem with life is that there are always obstacles and difficulties. It's like planning a trip with two friends and knowing something will go wrong. If you find the video you watch useful, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and support us with a donation. Your help is precious to us and will allow us to continue producing quality content for you. You can do it here below, through the appropriate buttons, subscribe, and thanks. Let me tell you a short story. Michael and Gabriel are my best friends. A few years ago, we planned a camping trip. We estimated it would take about 6 hours, assuming we would stop only twice on the way to the campsite. After a few hours of driving, Michael started feeling sick and vomiting. After about half an hour, he felt much better, so we carried him and continued our journey. But that wasn't the last of our problems. About an hour and a half from the campsite, the car started slowing down for some reason. It turned out that our designated driver, Gabriel, had estimated a very low amount of gas. We went to the gas station and returned angry with Gabriel. How could he forget to put gas in the car? We continued to yell at him. After several heated discussions, we calmed down, filled up the tank, and continued our journey, which lasted another 2.5 hours. This short story is just a simple example of how any journey in life, no matter how meticulously or carefully planned, can go wrong. Obstacles, difficulties, and problems are always present. Tony Robbins said that the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is the ability to overcome all the problems that arise along the way. So, it's perfectly normal to feel stuck sometimes, but the key is not to stop despite all the difficulties along the way. Do what you need to do until you reach your final destination. This video will provide you with the necessary resources to overcome difficulties, no matter how stuck you feel. If you apply these tips, you will find a way out. To give you a clearer idea of what it means to be stuck, I will provide 3 examples that will help you empathize better and understand what kind of situation you can get out of. Hobby routine. Jane is 30 years old and recently resumed a long-forgotten hobby, painting. She has only been painting for a few weeks and is part of a painting club she formed with other interested people she found online. They meet every weekend to laugh, drink, and talk about art. Sometimes we paint together, other times we organize small events. This week, they are working on a specific theme, the human body. Each member must complete a painting by the end of the week and present it to the club. However, Jane feels she can't find a good idea for her drawing. The proportions of her drawing are not appropriate, and it is too difficult to recreate the hands. After many failed attempts, she thinks about giving up and refusing to participate. This is the hobby routine. Business routine. Imagine you are an entrepreneur or starting your first business. Or suppose you are a startup that has been around for a few months and everything is going according to plan. Suppose the idea you are working on is a business selling handmade men's clothing. You start building a team of salespeople, artisans, and a financial manager. But along the way, you hit the first wall. You need to find a place to start your business in the city, but none of the options seem to fit your budget. What do? This is your business routine. Financial routine. In this last example, suppose you are a family man and you want to move with your wife to another part of the city. It's a better neighborhood, with a better community and better schools for your children. However, the area is a bit expensive, but you and your wife want to take the step and buy a house there. After researching for a few weeks, you find some good houses you want to buy, but in the end, you narrow it down to 2, one for just over $380,000 and the other for $430,000. Both have gardens, small garages, and everything you would expect from a normal house in this area at this price. All you need to do is get a mortgage from a local bank and the house is yours. But here's the problem. Your credit score is not the best yet, and you are not sure the bank will give you all that money. You are so discouraged that you don't even try to get a mortgage. What do? This is your financial routine. How to get out of a routine. A routine can be an obstacle, something you don't understand or that perhaps blocks you. To get out of a routine, you must first identify the cause, and only then can you start looking for a way to solve it. Let's see the first steps. Phase 1. Recognize the signs and diagnose the problem. The signs that indicate you are stuck in a routine are lack of motivation and lack of desire to get out of bed in the morning. Every day seems the same, you don't know how to progress, and it seems like you are living a life you can't get out of. The reason could be fear or discomfort. You feel stuck in life. In this video, we will show you 4 steps to quickly get out of a stagnant situation. At Practical Wisdom, we are committed to giving you practical advice on how to improve your life and finances. Today's video provides resources to help you get out of difficult situations in business, personal life, finances, hobbies, and more. You have probably heard of the term comfort zone, and this is a big problem. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the harder it is to get out. If it's because of fear, the truth is that fear is nothing more than a lie. It's a theory, a movie that constantly plays in your head about why you are not progressing. Staying stuck in a situation for so long is very unhealthy. The most important tool to move forward and get out of a stagnant situation is willpower. Willpower gives us the strength to sacrifice short-term gratification for long-term success and to do the things we don't want to do when we have to. This, in turn, creates self-discipline. All successful people know the importance of willpower, and in fact, it is a skill, which means that if you learn it, develop it, and practice it enough, you can master self-discipline. But if you don't practice it all the time, you won't learn the first and you might lose the second. The reason is that if you don't do what you know you should do, you exercise the muscles of procrastination. Your brain starts to get used to saying, I know I should do it, but I don't want to, so I won't. Every time a new task comes up, your subconscious says, don't worry, I know I won't do it. So, the sooner you solve this problem, the better. In this first step, you must also recognize the cause of the problem. What is the reason you feel stuck? Is it a financial problem, a hobby problem, a work problem, or something else? Find out and take the next step. Phase 2. Start with small steps to regain momentum. You can't set a big, important task and expect to complete it immediately. It's like giving someone an entire hamburger and telling them to eat it all in one bite. To gain momentum, you have to start with small steps. The key word is momentum. It's like the domino effect. Once you have momentum, it's hard to stop. It's like being in the zone all day, every day, and not wanting or needing to take a break or check your phone. Suppose you are in a car going 200 kilometers per hour and you stop at a red light. It takes a long time to get back to 320 kilometers per hour. Life is the same. Once you lose momentum, you have to start over and rebuild productivity. The fastest way to build momentum is to start with small tasks. Don't wait for the right moment to start or for the planets to align. Do. Drink a predetermined amount of water every day, make your bed as soon as you wake up every morning, keep small commitments like respond to messages at 5 p.m., etc. Phase 3. Make significant changes to your routine. After 5 to 7 days, when you are ready, it's time to make radical changes and increase your productivity. In this third phase, you need to start planning all your days the night before. Always remind yourself of the important changes in your life by getting up at the same time every morning and changing your environment. Prepare a change of clothes the night before and keep your room clean, so you wake up first thing in the morning in an orderly environment without clutter. It's better to get used to it than to learn, so don't miss a day. Take care of yourself, go outside, socialize with the people you really care about, and limit the time you spend on your phone. If you find it difficult to put your phone away, check out the numerous apps you can use to limit the time spent on social media and other valuable apps that steal time. Once you have mastered this step, move on to number 4. Phase 4, Find Your Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means reason for being. You need to find your purpose, give yourself a mission, wake up in the morning, and give yourself a reason to be excited about the things you like to do. This will help you feel better about the day and really wake up, instead of being a stranger with a snooze button pressed. Looking forward to the day is the best way to achieve this goal. What was your experience with the topic covered in this video? Tell us about it in the comments, we are curious to know. And if you have any doubts or questions, don't hold back. Leave a comment, even just a simple like would be perfect, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel to stay informed about upcoming releases.